So we have another trailer for Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. This one highlights the bigger aliens and pathogen creatures. I guess they're saving the synthetics for another trailer? Maybe. So during the intro, we see Dr. Lily Pierce sending out a distress signal. She's on planet LV-558. Xenomorphs have overrun the colony. They're running out of air, and they're losing people. She would request to send Marines or anyone to help them. We also see her skin has been affected by something. This could be the pathogen or maybe some weaker strain of it. That takes longer to fully affect the host. The transmission ends when a xenomorph jumps at her from behind. So one of the big scenes right at the start that I like so much is this one, the mural from Prometheus. This one shows some type of alien creature in the center. There's also another version of a facehugger jumping on a host on the bottom right and bottom left. In the Prometheus movie, there was also this one, which shows an engineer putting his hand on the head of some creature. The theory is that engineers already created some type of alien creature a long time ago, and this was their version of it. And what David made in Alien Covenant was taking the engineer's work and making his own version of the xenomorph. So I'm hoping we get something about the engineers in this story of the game, because in the previous game they did mention Elizabeth Shaw and Holloway through those audio tapes. I've always liked the story of Prometheus to discover that gods or other beings were the creators of life forms on other planets. And the reason they hate humans is because they saw us as barbaric, cruel, violent, and would destroy each other through war. When Prometheus revealed that our DNA came from the engineers, it was painting the picture that our creators were not happy with our evolution and how it turned out, so they wanted to wipe us out. In some way, you can see it as we were a failed experiment. This is kind of similar to the creators in the Guyver manga lore, where these alien beings would create different life forms on different worlds. But in this story, they made humans for the purpose of sending them to war. But one problem with the human race was that if they had control of the Guyver bio armor, then for some reason, that blocks out the mind control from the creators, so they posed as a threat right there. So because of this, humans were deemed a failed experiment, and so the creators tried to wipe out all the humans by destroying the Earth. They tried to, but they failed as they left. Sorry about that, I know I got kind of sidetracked, but I found similarities right there between the creators and Guyver and also the engineers and Alien. So the rest of the trailer here just highlights the larger aliens like the drone with that scary looking transparent head. Then there's the facehugger, which has been in pretty much every Aliens game out there. There's a new type called the Warden, which looks like a combination of a crusher and a spitter maybe, in some way. Then there's the exploder, which sums up what it does. They rush you, they explode, and a pool of acid sprays everywhere in a large radius. The crusher is back. It's heavily armored and fast. It runs forward to ram its head against you to knock you over. There's a new alien called the Siren. It sends out a shriek, which I assume calls for reinforcements. Then we have the Hive Guardian, the Praetorian. Fast, heavily armored, strong, and extremely dangerous. They do include some pathogen creatures like the Harbinger. It runs at you, leaps into the air, and pins you down. The Striker is back. It's got thick hands used for smashing its prey, or hitting the ground to create a shockwave that knocks down targets. The Queen Alien does appear in the trailer for a few quick scenes, but the part I'm really curious about is the nod towards Prometheus with that mural. Are they going to include the engineers into this story? Are we going to see them? I sure hope so. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.